Hello everyone, this is Judith with another video, and today it's all about desire versus longing on the twin flame journey. And as the last times, I've also pulled a card for this video in order to discuss this a little bit with you. So here's the card, and it says, I attract the essence of my thoughts. It's from the Law of Attraction deck. And I just want to use it for the purpose of talking a little bit about what I need to bring across to you. Yeah, if you want to work with me, if you're interested in booking a session, please look in the description box below. You find my email address and you can just send me a message and I'll send everything you need to know to you via email, right? Okay, so let's get into today's topic, desire versus longing. Yeah, when I looked at this card at first, I was thinking, well, this us being in solitude again, right? It reminded me a little bit of the little sailing boat from the last video. But in fact, I realized then that this little house is the house of your soul, of your higher self. And so you already moved in with your twin flame. So it's not only your higher self, it's all of you, right? It's your whole being. Your whole being is living in this little cabin, in this little house. And in fact, it could be a magic house, right? You could enter the cabin and then it could be like a huge palace, right? It's only what it looks on the outside here. So we want to find out a little bit what is in the inside. So I felt that this is the house where you are already living together with your twin flame, right? The place where you are in union. This is your soul for sure, because your souls are communicating nonstop, and also you're always making the same choices, core choices, right? And so this is why you are together in this place. Now, for some reason, you might not be able to see each other, right? This is the reason for separation. You're together in the house, but there seems to be a wall. And you're like living side by side, don't see the other person, right? You don't get through to the other person. Maybe there's a door and you open this door from time to time, or it's a metaphor, right? But let's use that a little bit to look deeper. So when we enter this house, we surely find some kind of furniture, and we can also like say whether it's very crowded inside or whether there is space, whether there is light inside or whether it's dark, whether there is a lot of dust and dirt or whether it's really clean and fresh, whether it smells good, and so on, right? I think you get what I'm meaning, and this filters out into the universe. When you look at the card, you know, there are those extensions. It reminds me a little bit of the structure of the nerves, the cells that are like transporting the impulses on and on and on through our body, right? So it's kind of it's a tree, but still it's this structure of forwarding impulses. Yeah, and those impulses, they are like transported over the edge of this picture. You cannot see any end, so this goes out into the universe endlessly, right? And it connects us to everything that is a match of what we have inside this little house. So it's not random what goes out, but just what matches the things that are inside. So if we want to, and then the universe sends us back those things, right? The match is looking out what is matching the inside of this little house. And when it comes to this image of the tree, then it's of course also the tree of life. It also talks about health. It also talks about family and abundance. Yeah, and so we could also use this image of the tree, but I want to stick now with this with those things that are coming back to us. You know, you're maybe sitting in your house, in your cabin, in your palace, in your man cave, in whatever it is, in your sanctuary, monastery. Could have all kinds of, maybe you are with your family, maybe you're living with your family, maybe you have children, whatever your home looks like, you're sitting there and probably longing for your twin flame. So now, when this filters out into the universe, then the universe is going to deliver to you more longing, right? Okay, you want to long for this person, so okay, we make sure that he's not coming, otherwise you cannot long for him or her. You understand? So when it comes to desire, that's a whole other thing, right? When we have a desire, then this is also something that filters out into the universe. But when we have a desire, we usually want to make sure that we feel like a match to this desire, right? So the desire or the fulfillment of the desire should just be the next logical step on our way. That's where we want to be, right? So for example, with smaller things, when it comes to your next meal, right? You maybe have the desire for a salad, and this salad should be like made up of different vegetables. You do not only want to have some leafy green, you also want to have cucumbers and tomatoes and other stuff, right? Carrots, onions, and so you have a desire for that. So you buy those things, or you look into the fridge, take out and buy what you need, and then you make the salad. But it's not far away, right? The fulfillment of your desire is not like far away. And so when you have the desire for the salad, you already know you will have it. It's not a big deal. And that's with every desire, in fact. And if we have the feeling that this is miles away, then there is work to do. Yeah, that's just the way it is. And we just step, we are like going in little steps. So what is the next step, right? What is the next step on your way? It's maybe to reconnect, right? Or to build a stronger foundation in terms of how am I relating internally, right? Because it's all, this little cabin is also all about going inwards. How am I relating internally to my divine counterpart? And yeah, and that's of course always useful to not hold any grudges. And if you do so, it's all right, just observe. So it's very useful to just be this observer who is just aware of what's going on, right? And if you are angry with your divine counterpart, then that's okay, right? Be with that. But this is your anger. You want to make very sure that you say, okay, I take responsibility for that anger, right? It's nothing to do with my divine counterpart whatsoever. This is my issue, right? And if you resolve it, then it's resolved on some level for both of you, right? Because you are in this little cabin together. That's your tree house that you have together. Yeah, let me see. It's also that what I'm getting from the image, that the horizon is very, very broad, right? You cannot see any mountains. There's no limit. So that's just how it is. There's no limit to your desire, right? There's no limit to what you can experience and attract. And your twin flame is one of the highest things, in fact. So it's a path to ascension, an ascension path, and that's not kindergarten, right? That's big achievement to be in twin flame union. This means that you have gained a lot of self mastery, and that's not something small. That's really something wonderful and very bright, very high level vibration. And yeah, you're on your way to that, so congratulations, right? And maybe you can see a little bit clearer with this image where you need to go. So yeah, don't stay in this longing. Just see what your desire really is, and the desire usually is a feeling. We make it all about what is on the outside. For example, I want to be with my twin flame. But actually, when you have not mastered all of this and not cleared all of your issues, then even if your twin flame would be with you, you would not be happy. You would not be fulfilled. You would still feel all of those things, right? So it's not about something on the outside. The things on the outside, they will come. This will happen, right? Your union will happen. It's already on the way. You have to be a match to your union. You have to see what is your desire. Your desire is a feeling. So it's about feeling fulfilled. It's about feeling happy, about feeling loved, about yeah, I will for sure like gather a list someday, and you can join me in this. What does this feel like, right? It's very useful to just gather some adjectives. What is this desire like? What do I want to feel like? And then try to be a match to that, and try to find things, no matter what it is in your life, really, where you feel this. Yeah, it could be completely different things. Doesn't have to be about your union. Could be about something completely different. This is why I am sometimes suggesting to have a look at your home. Just make some improvements, right? If this is fun. If this is fun, then just make some changes, gives you a good feeling. You're aligning with this joy, you're aligning with this love, with this self-love as well, right? If this is a fit. For others, it might be something completely different, might be going out into nature, or cooking good food, or buying some nice clothes, everything that makes you feel good, right? Do that. And then it's important to stay in that feeling, because it's the feeling why you desire the feeling in truth. In truth, you desire to feel like that, right? To feel secure, to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel appreciated, to feel seen. Yeah, and all of those things, rewarded, and yeah, whatever it is. We could make a long list someday. Yeah, so go there and match your desire in your feeling, and then you will attract everything that is a match for this, right? Because you are sending out the right vibration into the universe. Right, and something that is a big block to sending out our true desire is very often that we are criticizing ourselves, and sometimes also other people. So watch out for this and try to eliminate that once and for all. This is really training. You can just say, stop. right? When you catch yourself in the middle of some criticism, then you can just say, no, I'm not doing this. And you can find some positive, something positive, right? For example, uh, um, I'm so lazy or something like this, right? I'm lazy. I should really put in more work. I should try harder, or whatever it is. I should, well, yeah, then you should just say stop. No criticism, right? Not criticizing yourself. And you should just say, I deserve some leisure time, and I do whatever needs to be done, and I do this effortlessly, right? You can just wish for this, because oftentimes when people have the impression that we are lazy, for example, and they put this label onto us, and then we take that for us as well, then they have the impression that we are not putting in enough work. We're not working hard enough. And in fact, it's not about working hard, because living and attracting things can be really easy. And the thing that we have to learn and that we have to change our perspective about is that we always have the feeling that when we try hard and when we put in a lot of effort, then it's the right thing. That's how we are taught, right? But in fact, it can be quite easy to just align with your heart's desire, and then everything you do, I'm not saying that you're not doing anything, right? I'm not suggesting that, but everything you do would not feel like hard work. Yeah, would just feel like joy or fun, and maybe sometimes you would have to push through, and you would have to put in work, but still it would feel like positive stress and a lot of fun, right? So that's a big difference, right? That's where we want to be. We want to be in a place where we take inspired action. And inspired action feels good and doesn't feel like hard work, because you're not going against your own desire. You're just going with the flow, and that's a whole other thing, right? Okay, and also don't be judgmental towards yourself. Being judgmental towards oneself and criticizing oneself often comes because we have learned this at times where we felt helpless. And in order to cope with this helplessness, we were not able to criticize other people because those other people were then probably vengeful, maybe even violent. And out of this helplessness, we have developed this coping mechanism to put everything onto ourselves, to be judgmental towards ourselves. And this, to finish the video now, I would suggest that we ask the universe to clear that. And just to let you know, this is always happening in highest good when we ask high beings to do the job for us. So every soul will then decide if it wants to take the healing or not, right? So nothing can happen. And if you want to join me for this little piece, you're invited now to put your hand on your heart. Breathing, lighting up our space, inviting the high beings who want to work with us for this little piece, especially Archangel Michael and the Lords of Karma. And we want to ask them to clear any self-judgment, want to clear any helplessness that we have experienced this in other lifetimes that has led to this coping mechanism of judging ourselves We ask to clear all the after effects of our self-judgment. And we also ask to extend this to our twin flames. And I want to ask to upgrade the guides team for us and our twin flame, us and our twin flames. We ask for all the guides that are not in our highest good to be thanked and released. And we ask for higher, wiser twin flame guides to come in and assist us in union and mission. So yeah, thank you for joining me in this little piece. I hope this was useful for you, and I hope this felt really good. And yeah, that's all for today, I think. I wish you a really beautiful day. Take care, everyone, and I see you in the next video. Bye for now.